8:25 p.m. Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022. Episode number 951 of Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan Larroquette.
Okay.
And this is Seth Romatelli.
Romatelli.
Hello, Seth Romatelli.
Hello, Jonathan Larroquette. 11:02/2022, 9:51, and I guess 9:51. Once you cross that threshold from 9:51, you start. Listen, life is a highway. You know that. You take it day to day. You start thinking numbers. You start thinking birthdays. It's not about that.
What are the lines in that song after that? Is it, what does it say?
Life is a highway. I want to get to my 17th birthday. UhhYeahDude. UhhYeahDude. Thank you. We were together.
When was the last time we were together?
I went to SoFi Stadium on Sunday, October 9th.
Where do we begin?
I picked up two things.
Okay.
Do you know what I picked up
Can you give me
first?
1 second? Because there's something in my back pocket
Oh, yeah.
that is an odd shape, and it doesn't make my buttocks feel good, and I'm not sure what it is.
Small vibrator. I bought it at Rite Aid. They sell small vibrators at Rite Aid now.
Familiar with the term pocket pussy?
Have you heard of? Do you know about that? Oh, is that for me? Can I have it?
Life is a highway.
That's cool. It's a tote bag, and it's for me.
It was.
Sweet. It is for me, really. Thank you. You've earned it.
Well, why would it be sitting in
You
my...
earned it. Okay, October 9th.
Thus, the awkward thing. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, I put
Pocket
it in
pussy,
my...
tote bag.
What is that, a pocket pussy?
What-
Oh, no, it's Seth's tote.
What's the first thing I picked up at SoFi?
Vegan dog from...
No, picked up a fucking victory. Picked up a fucking win.
Aha. Congratulations.
Yeah. Left the stadium.
You
4
seem
days
to have
later.
had a few of those.
Dog. I hate to quote a poet laureate, but all I do is
Zoom, zoom,
all I do is zoom, 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 and a win, win, win.
Wait, what is the...
The
poet laureate Khaled?
DJ, yes. Don Juan Khaled. Picked up a victory.
It's actually, he's named after Daniel
know
Johnston.
that?
Did you know that? It's actually Daniel Johnston Khaled.
Did you know that?
His mom was like, oh,
Do you know David Bowie's
really
son
into
Duncan Jones?
left field, like
That's who he's
outsider
named
art.
after. You came here 2 days later to celebrate the victory with me and to do 9:49 and 9:50.
Yes.
We locked ourselves in this office. We closed the windows. We put a towel under the door to Hotbox. And little did we know, I picked up a second thing at SoFi.
We believe.
We believe.
I
Well,
believe.
74,000 people, no mask.
First time in the world.
First time in the world.
Basically, the first time outside of your house
My
without a
father
mask
said to my
on.
mother, how does a person who's never left his fucking house...
The first time he does it.
I don't know what they call it. I call it SARS-CoV-2. I don't know what anyone else is calling it, but that's what I called it.
And that's COVEE.
I was like, it's capital C, lowercase o, V-2. I said to my doctor, do I have a case of SARS-CoV-2?
He's like, you do, Seth.
So I think when I was at my most contagious, unknowingly, while we were laughing, because my laughter and your laughter, maybe there was so much laughter, it was your laughter was pushing my respiratory droplets back to me because there was so much. You'd think the call and response, the kirtan that we do,
I mean, at the
the
point...
kirtan of
when
podcasting.
when you told me...
Oh, in a panic.
The
called you.
resolve inside of me about how sure I was that
Doug.
I absolutely 100%
Doug.
after 3 years
Doug.
had contracted COVID from all people,
Yeah.
Seth Romatelli.
Yeah.
I was just like,
And my strain is
this
it's a stadium strain, so it's
a
got a lot of
sweet-
new variants.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
who
a
knows?
Sweet stadium
Sweet
strain.
stadium.
Triple S.
Yeah, Texan strain.
It's-
You
yeah,
got
a
it
lot
from
of-
another
yeah,
Cowboys fan.
Definitely.
Nobody
'Cause we were
in
like,
LA.
Real close.
So
We were laughing
now,
and slapping
okay,
in here.
let's back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, so much happens. There's
in
so,
life.
There's so much to talk about here, Seth. These cards may have to wait for a later date.
SARS-CoV-2.
So, tell me at the point
Yeah.
that you tell me that you have it.
Yeah.
Explain what has happened to you physically up to that point, like
It's-
with the doctor.
Because
People need to understand what you had happen, because it probably is dangerous.
let me try to make this brief. We don't have a.
I mean, we kind of do.
I guess we
20
can, we
years
do.
and it's 5 million hours.
For a week before this game,
If anyone has it, I think we do.
have it. I had it ear itch in both of my ears. Never had it before.
Ever in your life?
Ever in my
this
life.
type
My
of,
ears were itchy.
like allergy almost.
Hit the doctor up on the portal. Big dog. Itchy ears. You know how your allergies are, homie.
You've talked about this.
Just keep me laughing. You do you, I'll do me. Call me next week if it's still happening. Go to the game. Walk out, my finger pointed to the sky. Yelling to
Stick it
everybody.
directly in my mouth.
Right on the rail. Licked it. Yelled to everybody. See you in February in Glendale, Arizona, motherfucker.
You fucking cunt.
Walked out. Got up in YG's face and was just like, "What's up now, motherfucker?"
Crip walking in front of
Yeah,
him.
Crip walking in front of YG. It's like out the door, got on my shuttle, went back to the Englewood Public Library, drove home. So that's Sunday. I hit him up on Monday. I'm like, my ears are still fucked up. Can you come in on Wednesday? Yeah, because I'm dropping all the fucking laughter tomorrow. Like on the 11th, I can come in on the 12th. Go in there, looks in my ears.
Yeah, you're hot off a win.
Dog. Between the victory that's sending me to the Super Bowl and us doing 949 and 950.
Flying
he's like,
high.
you look great. Why are you in here? I mean, when I got in, the receptionist was like, you must have the wrong office because you ain't sick. I mean, Botox is down there. That must be where you're going.
Maybe some filler.
Maybe some freezers and some fillers. You're not sick.
Just the top off or something, but...
He looks in my ears. You don't have an ear infection. It's probably just your allergies acting up. You have some postnasal drip. Looks like, you always have that. You're okay. It's just your allergies. Let's mix it up. We're on the Claritin. Let's try a Zyrtec. Like, whatever. Let me give you a flu shot because it's the season. Flu vaccine.
Of the witch.
Gives me that. Season of the Witch. Come back here.
Season of the video.
Rewatching the game from Sunday and start like dying.
Right. Which
Jump online.
people get
Roma.
flu
Chill.
flu shot will do
Vaccine for a day or two. You can feel lousy.
that. Flu shot will do that.
Lousy's one thing. Dying's another.
Right.
Thursday morning, Samantha's like, let me just give you a test. It's like instantaneous. It's like she's like, put the first drop on and the thing shot off the counter.
Positive vibration.
So-
yeah. You've
And
got
she was like moonwalking away from me. So then I call
no
my doctor.
point in walking away from you because she's like
Totally.
had her tongue down your
Yeah.
throat for 4
Totally,
days.
since the victory. Like, do it for Dak. Let me fuck you. You were in your Dak.
Tell me your tack again.
So call my doctor. Go in. Do a PCR at the office because I don't trust this bullshit. This Binax. I'm looking
Yeah,
at
but you
expiration
called
dates.
me and you told
I
me.
called you immediately. Panicked.
You were like,
emailed you, called you.
But I
get
was like,
out of the house.
you were
get
like,
in a
I took the
hotel.
home one. It's positive, and
I'm
I was
going
like,
right now.
You were like, I'm going to the PCR, but I was like, all right, but how many home tests have you done? 2. And both were positive, and I was like, you have it. I was like, 1 could be fucked up. 2, you've got it. I've got it.
Yeah.
We've got it. Everyone's got it.
So yeah, I was like, shit. Obviously, 2 days later, she tests positive, and her week hiatus from work. Sorry about that.
Not only week hiatus from work, I mean, you guys were also set to take a trip on said hiatus, which, I mean, this could have been...
Go see Marcia, go to
just
Macton,
go see Marcia.
Massachusetts.
So hold up on that because
Okay.
that happens later on the timeline. I have to jump in here because
Okay.
my life starts to take
Okay.
shape at this point.
Right around this time.
Right around
During this time.
absolutely at this time. I was doing both things at the same time. So you
Thinking
tell
about
me this.
me and dealing with...
Yeah. So Seth tells me about this. I have plans to fly up north and visit my folks the same time that you were going to...
Mommy time for us.
You're going home to visit. I'm going up, taking this opportunity to go up and home and visit. I've seen my dad. Haven't really seen my mom in far too long. Plus, my mom has a dog who just is about to turn a year, or just now has turned a year, who I hadn't met yet, who I've just been seeing pictures of, who I was dying to meet. In the meantime, though, the week leading up to said trip to my folks, once Seth and I broke for this, what would be our COVID week or whatever. Mind you, I ultimately, not to any spoilers, I don't wind up testing positive for COVID or feeling symptomatic throughout this. Miraculously, what's even crazier is just an observational thing, curiosity or something, that you were leaving. We were both leaving town. So when I said goodbye to you on the day that we recorded the show, you and I aren't terribly physically very affectionate friends. Certainly not as physically affectionate as I am or have been with some of my other male friends. Some of my bros, my buds. But you were leaving, and when I said goodbye to you, I remember walking up behind you and hugging you.
I remember it too.
From the rear.
I'm thinking about it for 3
and
weeks.
And looking at the
portrait of
softest part of your neck. Yeah. Just wondering if I just drove my fingers as hard as I could.
Would he go down? Is that marble?
No. But I just remember when you told me you had COVID, I had this incredible flashback of just like taking you in.
I did too.
In case
fever dream.
In case you had gone down in the plane, of course. Is what COVID, I didn't realize it was
my
COVID that was going to
brought me to that fever dream in the night, and I recreated it. It was like,
that's why he did
killed my best friend.
That's why he killed him.
Yeah, I was panicked.
So.
But get out of the house! It's in the house.
While this is
the call's coming from inside the house.
Seth calls me and tells me this at the same time that my very, very old dog, who many of you have seen and know of in one way or another, Fatty, finally just took an inescapable turn towards the great unknown. And this is a dog who, even through the midst of his mouth cancer, which I talked about extensively in older episodes, never lost his appetite. He had an insatiable appetite from pretty much like mid part of his life through. I mean,
enthusiastic gourmand,
really wild.
The Jonathan Gold of
he
dogs.
Was just. I mean, between food and cat shit and anything, he was a disgusting animal as far as his likes, his indulgences. But for 3 days he gave up eating, and I wound up having to put him down, which timing wise was fuck. Ow.
You all right?
Timing wise was as I don't understand how this animal could have existed in the way that he did and then died in the way that he did. The two things are in such stark contrast to one another that it's just I still haven't totally wrapped my mind around his like grace or something that I didn't. So he gave up eating. We knew if that lasted more than 24 hours, it was bad. At 48 hours, I knew I was going to put him down, but we were in the middle of the weekend down in the desert. By the time we were sure Sunday was coming, no vet was going to be open. So the only place to take him in that situation would have been a VCA like ER, which I wasn't totally opposed to doing, because actually shouts to VCA Indio, because they have been incredibly amazing through a bunch of other stuff that we've dealt with. I just knew it was going to be like twice as expensive, because when you take it was ER. It was late night. So they were going to be like, whatever putting a dog down costs $1,000, this is going to cost $2,000. Like, I just was like, if he can wait, I can wait. And it was like, I think maybe looking back on it, he maybe suffered a stroke maybe a day or two before, because what was amazing is that he didn't show any physical pain or discomfort. He just like exited the building. But obviously, because he wasn't eating, I knew that I was just like, he's going to start physically being like uncomfortable at some point from the not eating. So I have to intervene before that happens. Yeah. Before he starts, being achy or whatever. But if he hadn't done this in this period of time, I wouldn't have been able to go visit my parents.
Yeah.
I would have either stayed, canceled the trip,
Yeah.
or I would have gone and left Marissa to deal with that, which she wouldn't have been able to make the decision for me and Fatty. Not because she doesn't have the ability to,
Yeah.
but because he and I just have too much history.
I mean, talk.
So yeah, he left quietly and painlessly, and with him took just so much with him for me that I've had to be working through and will continue to over the little bit. But I just can't stress how fucking amazing it is to have been. He just it's just the life he had, everything that happened. I mean, there's so many stories that I've told on the show, so many more that I could tell about him that I will at some point, I'm sure. But a magical, crazy creature that defied a lot of rules and laws and things that vets told me or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
It's like I've learned such a great deal. But one thing, people keep asking me how old he was, which I can't be for certain. But I was driving yesterday, and realized that the show actually might be the easiest or best way to figure out how old he was, because to tell the story of Fatty, it's hard to not tell the story of Princess a little bit, because Princess was a dog that my first wife Justine and I had, who got hit by a car in front of our house. And it was one of the few times we've ever taken a break from this show where I had to take a minute. And Fatty came into my life when I was still grieving that. And I know that we mentioned it on the show. And I had Fatty within about a month or so of that happening. And when I got him, my vet claimed that he thought he was about 2 years old.
Okay.
So he would have been 2 at that point. So whatever that week, because when we come back from those shows, I think that Prin got hit in front of the house, because I think we do kind of sesh about it a little bit. Because I took 2 weeks off or something during that time, I think. And it's got to be fairly early on in the show, because, I mean, I was still living in the valley with Justine. So I don't know. Somebody that's maybe listening to the archive is going to have just heard an episode of been like, oh, I remember that. They'll be able to look. And then if we can add 2 years to whatever that is to now, we'll have a gist of what Fatty's age actually was. Because at this point, especially because his last stage of life was so wild and protracted, I feel like he was 50 years old because of how much life he's been in with me. Excuse me as I spit my new COVID back to you.
Oh, I can't wait to get that.
I shotgun that COVID back to you. So anyway.
It's insane.
I do that.
Okay.
Go through that, pull my shit together. Marissa takes some time off of work to go home and deal with the rest of the dogs while I go up to
PNW.
Be with my mom, who the last time basically my mom and I have spent time together was, I mean, we've seen each other since, but if you remember, I flew up there and her fucking dog, who I rescued and gave to her 20 years before, died in my fucking arms after. It was just, anyway.
It's insane.
So, I mean, the best person I could have been with to just try to make sense of it all is my fucking mother, who then is also, I'm getting to watch for 3 days go through just this early stage of this bonding experience with this new animal who she's waited 4 years, 5 years to finally get an animal. And so this dog, her dog, Annie, and just to see the reason why you endure the grief and pain that I am going through is because of this thing that you're watching and this just wild thing, this incredible cross.
I get it. Now I get it. Didn't get it.
Exactly.
Just crazy.
It made me think about that.
Through all that too, that now I'm like, oh, my beauty boy taught me how to love, and now I'm like, my number one homie.
I don't know, when I called you and told you what had happened,
Oh,
in your voice,
Well,
I
you-
was like, I don't think the Seth that I met might have had the same reaction
Oh,
that
you
that
got me with
Seth
that.
had. And I mean, I nor that the Jonathan
Dude,
would
we got to
be.
stop. This is all too much.
All right. Well, nonetheless.
You know what I mean? Just in terms
It's
of
a lot.
everything, like.
Well, we're not even done with our,
Oh,
with the, I mean, so yeah, I'm saying
Well, that.
my storyline interjects because that's all getting up to the point that we then
Totally.
leave and go see our folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Okay. And well, then I see my mom, and I guess now whose cancer has now spread throughout. I see. I can't do this because I'll just start.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane.
So,
So mind you, I
listen,
know.
Well, okay.
Seth is going, just to update, Seth is going there to see Marcia and get updates on what's going on, which isn't great and is going to be a whole nother thing. But I knew that he was going there. So the whole time that I'm kind of grappling with this dog who, don't get me wrong, he's my fucking dog and I loved him, but he was fucking a nightmare and a burden and all these other things. And the freedom that I'm feeling by just being alleviated of the responsibility of taking care of this, but I'm holding this tension going to visit my parents, knowing what you're dealing with, and then that is of course affecting the entire conversation with my parents the entire time I'm there. So the 3 days that I'm there, not that they're in any way what you guys went through, but both sides are both having some pretty heavy combos.
Well, we had known she had done an immunotherapy called Keytruda because we found out months ago that the cancer was back. That didn't. What we found out the day we arrived that morning is that didn't work. So now we're in this
stage of whatever
and
that
then
is.
For her 75th birthday party.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. That's why it's almost because what you're talking about is so fucking heavy, but because that is so heavy that there's nothing to really talk about other than that's happening. The timing of that is you couldn't write it. I mean, so Seth's going there for her 75th birthday party.
Yeah.
Why does that actually get canceled, though?
The day before the party, her sister and her best friend both test positive for SARS, capital C. So they both get COVID. She's just looking.
Cowboys COVID from you? No.
No. Oh,
no, I'm just clear. I was making a joke
COVID.
in order for you to clarify that that's not why.
Super Bowl COVID.
No, they got it on their own. This entire family got COVID in the span of a week.
We had to cancel the party.
But all separately.
Yeah. And so that was
Marsha's mother, who got it. I mean, who got it twice?
Her
sister for her second time got it.
Yeah.
So after all of
her
the
best
horror
friend for the second time as well.
So for all the horrible news,
so we were
the reason the party actually gets canceled is not because of any of all this other bullshit. It's because 2 more people get COVID.
Yeah. So
I was like, Seth, this sounds like. Or what about? You're not talking about your dizzy spells. What about the fact that flying there? I mean,
I think I did a little. I gotta be a little stress. I think.
Really?
The playful.
Oh, dizziness.
Yeah, I think that was
maybe itchy ears.
It's been a crazy few months.
A couple of skin reactions. No shit.
A few months, and we kind of were waiting on this, and I just literally got there, and she went upstairs, took a red eye, go to bed, and then I just sat there and what happened, and
it
was a lot. But did you?
Well, that's why I just was like,
how about that? Well,
I mean, but that didn't come in the mail, did it?
No, I picked this up.
Yeah, you muled it.
Yeah, we did a lot of leaf peeping, a lot of fantastic fall foliage.
Did you bring enough to sell in the UID merch store?
$1,000 autographed. Here, can you play that?
The Marsha.
Can you play that acorn? It's on your right. I brought you an acorn to play. Do you know how to play that? Because Samantha had never done that. Never just whistle with an acorn. You put your your
a reed of grass
into a little V and leave a little bit of room, and you blow into it and it will whistle.
What do you mean?
And she was stoked, and my mom was like,
"Because you did it."
No, it's like a thing you do.
Who did it? She did.
Oh, my mom blew it. And then Samantha was like, "What are you doing?"
Do it?
Can I do it?
Will you show me how?
My 1000th episode, I'm going to moonwalk while doing the acorn. He's killing it. He's mind melding.
Where do I blow through my thumbs?
Put your knuckles together. Make the littlest bit of
Like the little-
like a V like that.
But and then where do you put the
I'll
acorn?
get her. 'Cause she can't. She's loving it.
Where do you put the acorn?
Kind of like you just want to leave the littlest bit, the only air. So when you blow out your mouth into the littlest bit of air, it will make a loud whistle. Pretend like you're Popper. You and Popper are taking a walk. So yeah, it's
I'm off mic, so I won't be blowing. You can talk.
okay.
People will
It's
still
been
hear
it's
you.
just been a So today is
the worst day.
today's
of our life.
Wednesday. No, because I'm very happy to see you and
I'm so
missed
happy.
you.
I'm
It's
very happy to see you.
Yeah,
too.
and thank you for. We're on 9:51. It's Wednesday, November 2nd.
I'm going to learn how to do this. Could Samantha
it's
come
been
in
a-
and help us teach me how to do this?
Oh, don't want to get her started again. I have to take them away from her. She couldn't believe it. She's so excited. She brought a bag of them. She's like walking down the street doing it. I'm in the foliage, and I ain't kidding. And maybe because I'm on
Beauteous.
hyper emotion. I'm just it
It was
really
happening
dope.
where I was too.
It was like neon.
a lot
and
of
like-
cedar, a lot
yeah.
of sycamores and stuff. Some beautiful,
Amazing.
beautiful turning.
So yeah, so that's yeah. So we did shows on the 11th, and when you left here after that, I remember you were like running your hands up. You're like, love this haircut. You were like I'm. Let me kiss those itchy ears. This will help.
Get out of there.
Let mama kiss these ears.
Get out of there, itchy monsters.
So then, basically, from the flu shot the next day, from the 10th of October until
Now
you got here
today.
I've been like,
I mean, it goes without saying that I just, I love you and
Oh, God.
we
Love
all
you.
love you and
Thank you.
Marcia and
Thank you.
everyone's pushing and pulling and you'll update us with whatever
Yes.
you need to, but just to get everyone up to speed, because also we really made no announcement per se that we were like, hey, we're taking a week off or whatever, and now all of a sudden I was coming here, I was like, it's like we're coming up on this is like I've been a month,
3 weeks.
and it's like, and in that time, an inordinate amount happened, and to mention part of it but not all of it might be insane. And so I was like, well, I've got to say Fatty, because just out of respect for everybody that also just stayed with him during all this time, and is like,
and it's been like at a
yeah.
yeah.
It's like something that we've all kind of been involved with, not just me.
Yeah.
I mean, and Seth as well. I mean,
Yeah.
hearing me day in and day out being like, "What the fuck?" Like I got this dog to deal with. But this is the first time that I've ever sat here in this new house. Normally, I would drive up from the desert with Fatty,
Yeah.
because Fatty was enough to deal with on his own.
Yep.
So I would drive up with him, leave him in the apartment here in LA, come, walk him, feed him, come here, do the shows, and then by the time we would be done, I would start getting worried that I'm like, oh, he's alone,
Come here, not get COVID, leave.
But
You're like, didn't
I can stay
again,
here. I'm gonna
now you
stay here
sleep
all
here.
night.
Yeah,
So
because you're
I hope,
safe now.
hope you know
Is that
that
okay?
that's what this
That's
is.
where I was. Those first few nights, I was like, I'll sleep from the air mattress.
Oh, to
You'll
keep,
be okay.
you'll be cool. You won't have it.
You won't have it. I got Lysol.
Even though we've been celebrating
I got
about that
Lysol.
win.
Celebrating
Even
that
though
victory.
I made you celebrate that win on me.
Over and over. Have you ever had Frosted Flakes?
I have.
They're delicious.
One of my favorites.
Have you ever had?
No. I've not had Pandora Flakes.
What?
I have not had the Pandora Flakes. These are blueberry flavored Blue Moons, like the moons of Pandora. For the Avatar movie, cartoon, show,
Feature film?
new feature
Broadway
film.
show? That's what I want to bring you up to speed. Can I do that? Can you have a
You
minute?
could, because there's
Let me give you a
there's
minute.
no date on this.
This just
Do all Frosted Flakes say Frosted Flakes of corn in little letters next to them?
probably
You
very
just
small.
never see
In-
that?
Yeah, in like high fructose corn syrup, and the syrup they do in a different language depending on what state you live in. Is that Farsi? I don't know this. Avatar, also marketed as James Cameron's Avatar, is a 2009 American epic science fiction film written, directed, produced, co-edited by Jim Cameron, It stars Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Stephen Lang, Michelle Rodriguez, and Sigourney Weaver. It is set in the mid-22nd century, 2154 to be exact. You always wondered what that 2154 tattoo I have on my bicep. Now you know. If you know, you know. I also put that under like yeah. And then people are like, I'll get like a Pandora nod is like a
Pandora nod.
A Pandora nod is you swing your elbow up. It's when humans are colonizing Pandora, a lush, habitable moon of a gas giant in the Alpha Centauri star system.
Is that a real thing?
Yes. In order to mine the valuable mineral unobtainium.
That's also real?
Unobtainium sounds a little too on the nose when naming.
Isn't it, though?
No?
Can't
get it down here, Iam. So we are up here to get it, Iam. Clever writing, Jim. What are you doing in Pandora? We're getting the mineral called Have No More down there, so we're up here, Iam. Genius! The expansion of the mining colony threatens the continued existence of a local tribe of Na'vi, a humanoid species indigenous to Pandora. The film's title refers to a genetically engineered Na'vi body operated from the brain of a remotely located human that is used to interact with the natives of Pandora. This was released by 20th Century Fox on December 18th, 2009. The running time was 2 hours and 40 minutes. It is the highest grossing feature film ever made here on Earth. Don't know what they're doing out there. It has made nearly $3 billion, $2.9 billion. On December 16th of this year, I mean, literally, it's like days away. Avatar, The Way of Water. I will be bringing in a full bowl, almond milk, a huge bowl of Pandora flakes. What's that guy? Tony? What's he, the tiger? Dressed up like him.
What are the moons made of? Because that might not be vegan. Right? Is it going to be a gelatin or something?
That ain't vegan. What is the running time on this film?
3 hours and 12
How
minutes.
the fuck did you know that? It's 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, wild.
This
is Lawrence of Arabia.
Dog, your movie, when it was 2 hours and 40 minutes, your terrible movie was wicked long. Maybe 2 hours too long.
So sick. I was so nauseous with those
You could have made
goggles
a 40-minute...
Is this one goggles, full goggles?
This is, no. You get Na'vi implant. You get... The procedure, you're not on the... You didn't go in and get... You have to get blood work.
It's going to take a year for you to just adjust.
Yeah, it's on Eventbrite. You can look it up. You put your blood work. You have to do it 6 months in advance.
Quest.
Your movie is going to be so bad. Cannot wait to be there opening day. It is going to be crazy. Crazy bad.
But we did watch the first one with 3D glasses on.
Yeah, because I know when we were doing our recap in 2020 and I was going through the archives, I had like Avatar, like beautiful case. I might sell that. What can I get on fucking the real on that?
I don't know even what you're talking about.
It's 3D glasses, but it comes in a beautiful Avatar casing.
You better find out how much.
Find that out.
Guarantee
I mean, the Real's trying to sell me fucking Pokemon fucking cards for $25,000.
Since I can't believe all that bullshit. It was like cool clothes, but
these glasses. So yeah, I just wanted to get you
memorabilia.
Now. Avatar 3 is coming December 2020.
Hold on, let's just back up.
Okay,
back up.
Sorry.
What about? Is there a trailer?
Oh yeah, drop today.
Thank you.
Drop today on Wednesday the 2nd. Yeah.
So up until now, we've seen nothing.
We haven't seen much. This was a real official.
And this was an official drop.
Official drop.
And you saw this.
Oh, I watched it with these eyes.
And you
pre-Navi eye. I watched it with my original human.
You've had
eye.
the implant. It just hasn't taken.
Hasn't kicked in.
Right. Okay.
It's like my vaccine. It takes. You're so sick when you get the implant. Like knocks you out. You're online like looking up. Is like a Navi implant. It's like for 1 to 2 days your Navi eye implants will. Hey, is your body fighting a novel virus that no one in the universe has had at the same time that your doctor's giving you an old school vaccine that when you have to sign a release form, I think I read something about egg yolks. So wait a minute. I have a double vaccine and one booster of like the highest tech mRNA or MR, whatever, of the most biologic advanced, but I'm signing a release form while I'm battling the nanobots 5G.
It's putting dead
like
flu
chicken
cells.
period, like into my body. Hey, why are you sick tonight?
Why are you freaking out?
Was your body? Is it playing games? How's that? How's the mind?
But not only that,
the two at
yeah,
the same
you
time?
got it while it was fighting something.
Yeah.
And you got the flu shot.
Yeah.
And you got COVID.
Yeah.
So if it's safe
Probably
to say,
not
I feel,
recommended.
but not only that, I also feel safe saying now, I was extremely concerned for a little while there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I certainly wouldn't have said anything to you because I can
Thank you.
imagine
You did enough
that you were
research
already freaking
on the
out.
efficacies of everything.
But I got pretty upset at your portal doctor because
Dr. Portal?
I asked you if you had said something like,
Dr. P. It's Roma.
hey, Dr. Portal, I want to know that you endangered my life.
So yeah, with active, just about to kick in, full COVID-19, even though it's like January 2023.
They do say that flu shot is a good preventative because it jumpstarts your immune system. So just imagine if it has a power
Great.
to
I
do
needed
that.
that.
Imagine if your immune system was already compromised and already fighting a novel virus. Not a good spot to be in.
Double dip.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. Am I though?
Yes.
Let's see.
No, I think
No, let's get through the episode. Is there laughter? Is there comedy? What happened to Roman?
he's just not
Done
funny.
fell off.
It's not funny anymore.
Since the implants? No, since the double whammy.
The Navi implant?
Of the egg period yolk and the nanobots and the
chicken
5G.
period.
6G?
I think the chicken period in the 6G.
Avatar 3, December 2024. Avatar 4, December 2026. Avatar 5, December 2028. I'm definitely I'm going to roll in a cart of Pandora Flakes. And if you happen to be at the Chinese on December 16th, holler at your boy.
Every other year.
You'll find me.
Every other year.
Every
24
December
months.
16th, 20th, 18th, and 22. The next every other year, biannually,
Like the Olympics.
like the Olympics. Find your boy, because I'm going to get all the Pandora Flakes in case they discontinue that shit.
Yeah, we got to get them now.
Got to get
and
them
then
now.
not show them.
Because if I bring those December 22nd,
To, like-
2028 to Avatar 5, people will be like, what the fuck? Yeah, get his dick! Get it and pleasure it!
Pleasure, yeah.
Pleasure his dick, he's done it! Fuck. Wow. Your movie is going to be so bad!
Do you feel more that way or less that way?
More because it's longer. It'd just be more bad.
But since the trailer? It's
Oh,
like,
the trailer is like insanity.
but it's supposed to be more immersive than the first one was in a 3D environment?
Emotionally or visually?
Well, he would not. I feel like he would wait this long only because it would somehow be like, no, you just wait. But how are you going to, like, how are you going to today top what that tech felt like then? Because that did feel like I had never seen anything like it, even though it was
bad, like that bad. Yeah.
I've never seen anything
Living
like
this
that.
bad. And I've seen a lot because I see things. So
Marilyn Voss Savant, ask Marilyn. You pierced an illusion when you said the James Webb Telescope photos are artificially colored. But what about this? This is being written to her.
okay.
I guess he's alluding to something that
Riddle me this.
I guess she had said something that about the
She's always talking about
James
that.
Webb Telescope photos are artificially colored, which I think all astronomical photos or whatever are. Or like
This
extremely extended.
This isn't NASA Geeks. Hey, you want color? I didn't have to color this. Mother Nature did it for me. You know, Photoshop fucking Massachusetts fall foliage. Yeah, the guy's a real idiot. Read that.
What the fuck is this?
Real stupid idiot.
Okay. You pierced an illusion when you said the James Webb Telescope photos are artificially colored. But what about this? I attended a planetarium show that depicted a collision of asteroids, and the walls seemed to shake with the noise of the explosion.
What?
My wife said that the sound was added to get attention.
Dummy.
Please say it ain't so. I don't understand.
This fucking guy, this adult man, went to a planetarium show with his wife. Somebody married him, even though he's like crazy. Because
No,
like
he's-
they showed asteroids colliding and he thought that they had like GoPro footage of it with audio. And that's why the walls were rumbling and it was so sonic. Auditory.
If you were able to witness such a collision firsthand, John,
you couldn't.
you would indeed hear nothing.
Why?
Because, Seth, in the vacuum of space, the event is silent. What we call sound is the way our brains interpret a vibration that propagates in waves through a medium such as air until it reaches our ears.
Think about it, John.
Without any medium to vibrate, no sound exists.
Oh, man, you pierced the veil. Well, how come the time I saw those lasers Pink Floyd played?
Yeah.
Explain
You're gonna tell me
that.
Dark Side.
The dark side of Sid Barrett's mind. Hey, John.
Hey, John of Queens.
Johnny, you're over in Queens.
I'm up here in Queens.
Hey.
Just want to let you know. Say it ain't so.
Say
Maryland.
it ain't gabagool.
Maryland, say it ain't so.
I call you Marinara Vasavant. John, when the walls were, when the seat, when you went to like Transformers
and it
went in the 4D seat, that wasn't Bumblebee standing behind you. Touching you, doing what Jonathan does to Seth.
When he leaves,
whenever Bumblebee leaves the theater. Fucking John. We've got a mayoral election. I don't want to talk politics.
It's not just a mayoral election. It's an election, right?
We have an election, November 8th, 2022. But in Los Angeles, we're going to be voting.
Have you
constituents.
already voted? You don't worry about that. You don't tell me?
Oh, you don't worry about that.
What do you mean?
Let's just say ballot tracks. My vote's been counted.
Already.
I've got two candidates. I've got Rick Caruso running against Karen Bass. I'm not going to get into it.
Lil Ricky.
Lil Ricky.
As we call him.
And K Bass Money. I'm not going to get into politics. I'll just tell you this. This is how I voted. My beautiful girlfriend and I, we live very close to right here, Hancock Park, which is one of the most beautiful neighborhoods in the world. Really old school LA houses, kind of like the original sort of the move from downtown settled into these like gorgeous Los Angeles Spanish. It's just
very beautiful.
Very expensive, very beautiful. People doing very well for themselves, I guess. So we'll walk the neighborhoods because it's just, the houses are great. And it's a beautiful little neighborhood. So you walk the streets this summer and go for a walk, and there'll be Karen Bass signs in some lawns, and there'd be Rick Caruso signs on other lawns, right? Like pretty even, like, wow, scattered about. There was one difference. The houses are all $1 million beautiful homes. But the lawns in the front of the houses, they look different between the two candidates. Could you tell me what the difference of the lawns were and which lawns corresponded to which candidate? Well, if I was looking at a Rick Caruso front lawn next to a Karen Bass front lawn, what might be the difference?
Well, one's alive and one's dead.
One is greener than green, thriving, perfect manicured, and another is dead, brown, disgusting, bringing the property values of the whole gosh darn neighborhood down
to seed.
But the difference was in the middle of a fucking drought, the Caruso lawns were tended to as if we're going to Pandora next month. I mean, we are, but literally
in spirit.
In spirit. So that's how I knew. Well, these people don't give a fuck. And these people are trying to
give a fuck.
Play by the rules. Now, listen, I'm not going to say.
No. We're no one's.
It's about politics, baby.
And not only about politics.
Listen, I'm not a pundit.
And it ain't even.
I'm not a pollster. I'm not Frank.
It's just
Frank
exactly
Luntz,
like you're saying. It's like, it's just.
You tell
there
me.
You go.
If I brought you to 10 lawns that were green and 10 lawns that were brown, you tell me if all 10 had this guy and all 10 had this lady. You tell me who you're voting for. That is how I voted.
It's fair.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Very fair.
I hate to get political,
Well, but it doesn't have to be political
when
it boils down to common sense.
When it boils down to
good old fashioned community.
You know?
Yeah.
Neighbors. Thinking.
I will not be voting in that mayoral election.
Yeah, you're going. I mean, where you are, there's like, it's just like two Nazis running against each other, and you just.
That's not true.
It's not?
No, there's like, there's two Nazis and then like
One's on meth, one isn't. And
no,
then you
then
find
it's like
out.
there's like two Nazis and like a trans council person. It's like so
Okay.
it's like so far out over there because all you have is like completely new wave, new school, or
Okay.
just like fuck this. Like
Yeah.
I mean, just
And then like a new school people
literally
going down, like to keep. Oh, that's awesome.
like you literally have like it's just Nazis or
Yeah.
like the most forward thinking.
Yeah.
So, but I just dawned on me that I have registered as down there, so I am not allowed to vote for the mayor of Los Angeles anymore.
that's where I voted for you. Oh shit!
No, but I'm just saying I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't realize I
Yeah, really,
I didn't
yeah.
realize I gave that up
Yeah.
in order to vote for some,
For some meth head.
schmuck down
Yeah.
there. USA Today snapshots: Cosmic contact. U.S. adults on the odds that we'll make contact with alien life within the next 50 years.
Oh yeah.
19% say probably, 13% say definitely.
Oh god. Oh yeah.
19% say definitely not.
Okay.
20% probably not. 30% don't know.
Don't know.
Well, no, you don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure. What does that mean?
I think that
Is
means
not sure an option? Was that? Did you read that? Not sure is.
not.
That means
That's
yes.
not an answer.
It means yeah. It's not.
No,
an
it's not an answer.
So,
it's not
but,
fair.
but most people are just like, oh, probably.
Well, you don't.
Probably.
You just. It's not something
Probably.
you don't know. It's just something that you haven't thought about before. But then, upon being asked, you decide right there on the spot.
But you're
It's not.
Yeah, but you're in the middle
You
of dinner.
can't be like somebody asked me this and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something that you know. You just haven't been asked it to realize that you know it.
Totally.
You definitely think one way or the other about that.
Totally.
Right?
But you're having beef stroganoff with
So-
the in-laws. Excuse me, I'm having beef stroganoff with the in-laws. I don't know.
I do not know about.
Actually, I never thought about it. Actually, hold on. I'm thinking about it.
Now that you mention it,
Probably. Like, probably? Probably. Like, that's like, are you planning on, in the next few years, going on a vacation? Probably. And I asked you if fucking aliens are going to be here. You gave me the same? Probably.
vague, sort of.
Yeah. We might go to Tahoe. We
Might
might
see
kick
an
it, chop
alien.
it up with an alien. Hi, alien.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Stroganoff.
Click.
What's this?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Well, we were fortunate enough, I mean, I guess lucky enough to have like the best, we're the best podcast, hence equals, not mathematics,
Yeah.
quadratic equations over here, but best podcast usually equals best
audience, listeners.
best friends. We were sent, we mentioned that
Within
HEB,
days.
Howard E. Butt was in the lab making
you got to show 'cause
making
I
a
don't know if
chip.
they're- Yeah.
These are Texas, made in Texas, in San Antonio.
I'm far
is where-
more curious about one than the other.
Well,
However,
these were the two chips. They were limited edition. We mentioned them. One is they're both
holiday.
ridged potato chips. One is holiday stuffing, and one is apple pie. I'll crack it open and give you a bite.
Please, I need to know.
I left a little bite there. They got a lot of milk in them. I was like looking at the ingredients. It's like contains like a lot of milk. It says.
A lot of milk
Wow.
in them.
So it has milk? No, a lot.
A
Of milk.
lot of milk in them.
So give that a whiff. Or don't. Or don't.
Probably
give it a
smells
taste.
like stovetop, right? It smells.
Give that a
Well, I
taste.
Gotta be off mic here.
Yep. How's that mouth feel? What that mouth do? Yep. This is the one you wanted. Save a few for Samantha because you wanted to try them. We just housed them. You couldn't stop. Delicious?
What'd you say?
Delicious?
Yeah, but what did you say before that?
Save some for Samantha because you want to try. Okay.
Love them.
I'm going
I
to have a
love 'em.
nibble. Is it illegal to have a nibble? What would Moby say?
I mean, fuck.
What would Moby do? You saw my bracelet. WWMD.
No, you're for the sake of science.
Oh, sorry.
The closest equivalent would be a sour cream and onion ruffle.
Let me take a small bite.
I need.
Sorry, Joaquin.
Joaquin's
Joaquin's going to kill me when he sees this.
Wait, you're gonna kick your door in. Is there milk in these ones too?
A lot.
A lot of milk.
This one says a lot. Oh,
Those- Good.
Delicious. Delicious. So that's HEB, Howdy, but that's made in Texas. Don't mess with
So
Tejas.
gross. I knew he would like it, and I knew it was gonna be nasty.
Yeah.
That is so nasty
What if
and
she
weird.
like got her phone
It
out later
tastes-
and like filmed me like secretly like just eating the bag?
That is such a weird
So good.
meeting of two flavors.
So good.
It does do exactly. Give me that.
You want this one?
No, we have a show to not nauseate. We have a duty to not
So that's
nauseate our
apple pie
listeners.
and holiday stuffing. Thank you, HEB.
So HEB, that's a hit on both. That's a smash.
I would say you're not gonna.
You're not gonna be disappointed.
They ain't gonna
and
kick
you're not,
you out of bed.
and you're not gonna be misled by these
You show
by these
up
explanations.
at a Thanksgiving party and you bring both of these bags. You're the hit. Here he goes. Get his dick. Is that the same guy that was at the Chinese? Holy shit! This kid's got everything.
Pleasure's dick.
Get his dick. You don't know what else he has. Find his
He could be
Mercedes.
still holding.
It's filled with shit.
We don't even know.
Holy shit!
This is just the tip of the
It
iceberg.
was a Fruitquake Mountain Dew, and I didn't get that. I was like, I should have gone and got. I was reading about that and was like, because you come to the Mercedes after you find out that they're like, he's got the Fruitquake. He's got 6 packs of Fruitquake. That can't be good.
I have to say, I have yet to have a Mountain Dew mod that is not good.
Oh, okay.
They're
So-
all the Mountain Dews are good.
I know you're on the forums.
All the
on
dews are
Dew
good.
Forums.
You know it gets wild out there, like
In these streets
in
or in
Japan
these other,
and shit.
Oh, yeah, how
with
they
the
do.
Mountain Dews and stuff. It's
mean,
nuts.
They're like insane.
I'm so, but I just have
Cherry
whatever
Blossom
that
Kit Kats.
whatever
They're playing
that
by their own
melon
fucking
one,
rules
whatever
there.
that purple melon one is epic.
Oh, that collab with Future. I remember when they
so
did that.
good. The Hendrix.
I'm going to read you a poem that you wrote in the 1990s.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This was before Max was born in 1999. How is Max doing when we were looking at my parents, Joe and Marcia's photo album from November of 1970? And
He's looking at his.
Max is like, my dad's hair is down to his shoulders. It is like
I don't even.
the wave on it is.
It is so.
It's so.
It's
really
absolutely mind bending.
It's a lot. And they're like, you're not gonna cut your hair for the wedding.
He's like,
was like,
you high?
You
Like,
high
look
on,
at this fucking
grass.
Are you? What are you on?
Look at
Fucking
this lettuce.
PCP? What are
Look
you
at that.
smoking? Angel
oh,
dust?
you got angel dust before anybody else had it in L.A. in the 70s. Yeah, he was like, I mean, once that got out to his friends, once that hit Snap, it was just like,
Forget it.
It was just kids were crashing cars, like rolling jeeps down like off of like. All right. She was never a very good photographer. When it came to outdoors, she claimed that there was just too much to photograph. She'd go kind of crazy just taking picture after picture, not caring if the photograph was in focus or whether it was of buildings or people or the dirt road in front of her. But indoors, she was brilliant. She sucked at taking pictures outside, but inside, when she could control the light and the aperture,
Just less options.
she was
wasn't-
fucking brilliant. More headshot. She was more of a headshot photographer than more of a Ansel Adams. Just fuck. Her eye was so good at picking out what looked good.
Stop. Let's roll it back.
Wait a minute.
Let's roll it back.
Oh,
Roll it
this
back.
fucking show makes me laugh. She was so good. Her eye was so good at picking out what looked good or what looked inviting.
Oh, she's like a food photographer.
To the right, you see a self-portrait. Oh fuck! Oh my god!
Have I
I
just?
don't think you could do that in a poem. Like, yeah, it's not his fucking stage direction. Like, holy shit!
Oh, the narrator's
Well,
the...
yeah, the narrator's now
he's the
telling,
tour guide.
telling us to look.
You don't know where... You didn't know where you were.
Turn body, it says in like...
Turn body awkwardly.
To the right, you see a self-portrait she took of herself in the bathroom shortly before she killed herself. I can't. This is the best one ever. Oh, not funny. Not funny. Sad. Wait, this must be sad. Oh, no. You don't even know what you say next.
You know what?
She was found dead in the same outlandish outfit she has on in the photograph. Hold on, I gotta get through this. Supposedly, her suicide note said, "Indoors or outdoors, I'm no good anymore. I liked her, but she was a little insane. I always knew that." That's fucking crazy. Oh, wow.
To the right.
Look to the right. You'll see her hanging from the fan. In that same romper.
This has got to be...
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's better to not reveal my sources.
Gotta go. That's what an artist does. It's a wound. Open it.
This is definitely borrowing...
Liberally from...
Very liberally, thematically from maybe like Diane Arbus's life.
Sort of...
But no, in no way...
Outcasts.
No, in no way based off anything biographical.
No.
But just sort of the general...
the Arbus eye.
just sort of a general take on like just the Arbus vibe.
Yes, the margins, the sort of forgotten, the... Wow. I like that one.
Really,
I like that one a lot.
I mean, obviously we do see the reoccurring theme from very early on in life that stays with me till now.
Yeah.
Of the misuse of words, the misuse of language.
Can language be misused or abused?
Yeah, I think.
It can?
I believe.
Language is a living. It's like fire. It's a living, breathing organism.
But more particular, specific word choices, but failing to fit them properly.
Oh, you mean
very eager to
grammatically? The structure is
very eager to use certain words.
Definitely. Maybe not in the right
but
spot.
So much so that I use them inappropriately or incorrectly. That's still not. It's also indicative of someone who has learned language and vocabulary not through reading.
Interesting.
It is someone who has learned language through communication and talking, not from reading.
Yeah, yes.
That's not true. Don't say that. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking your opinion. That's not a bad way.
Supposedly.
It's a bad way to learn English.
Okay.
But it's not a bad way to learn how to communicate.
Oh, definitely not.
Because what I think I excel at is getting my point across even when I am using the wrong word.
Supposedly, her suicide, like what? There was talk. No one... Allegedly.
It's all rumor. Well, because the room was burnt. I mean, no one... Only a few people saw it. Only a few people know what went down.
The key detective that went in first. The landlord let the detective went in, and then the detective, she picked it up. Wow.
But indoors, she was brilliant.
Well, there's different modalities of art, and there's different,
this
within
person,
those modalities,
I suppose this person
disciplines.
Is maybe like I'm just thinking of my mind then that I was thinking maybe like a savant or some type of just this character, whoever this person I had made up. They have to be just I just mean they're
You as a poet?
me
Or-
as a dumb teenager, that these characters that I'm creating at this stage of my life are just
But you
very
mean that in
very
terms of
loose.
as the author. You mean-
Yes,
okay.
they're very loose amalgamations of probably 3 or 4 characters that
Totally.
that I had experienced at that point in my life, kind of shoved
Kerouac,
together. So it's like Diane Arbus,
Yeah.
Kerouac, and like Dustin Hoffman in
Yeah.
Rain Man, and I've
Yeah,
just like shoved.
Watch this. If you, yeah.
But yeah, the changing of tense in person is it's like
Well, great
a lot of
artists
people don't.
don't
A lot of writers
understand.
are afraid.
They're afraid to
They're
break
afraid
that
to
form.
break that form.
Totally. They have an
But
idea of
it-
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But what we've learned is that a real artist
forms
is not
are-
afraid to shatter forms.
Yeah, you learn those forms in order to break them.
You
and
have
that,
to
you know.
do that. Like as an actor, I dig the ditches, as my acting teacher Jeff Goldblum taught me. I learn my
snitches.
lines backwards and forwards so that it allows me to play. I don't have to think about the line when I'm acting across from Jennifer Lawrence. I can play. That's why every scene we do
It's so playful
is so playful, so elegant, so different
each time.
each time. That's why I won't work with
So
Clint.
genuine.
Clint does one take.
He insists, and also he insists on it being how he wants it.
And I can't work
How
that
how
way.
can any?
How can anyone work that way?
Any-
Now, when I'm with Marty, Marty says to me, I'm rolling the camera. So just do what you do. It doesn't matter how many takes. I know each time, you and Jennifer and Al,
You're
you're
gonna
going to mix it up.
It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be, you know what? Let's have some fun. Action. Nevada casino winnings for September 2022. Do you know how much money they made over there? Bet you can guess.
Maybe a little
At
bit
least.
over.
What'd they make at least?
I mean, somewhere over a cool bill.
They did. And that was the 18th straight month. You know, at some point, 15 turned into 16. If 16 turned into 17, if 17 turned into 18, I guarantee 18 is going to turn to 19. So, like, 19 turns to 20, 20 turns to 21. We keep doing it. Like, I know we keep asking it. They originally, when this started, like, where the fuck is money going? But hopefully we'll be able to keep doing the show. And let's just say a few episodes from now, or at some point, we really are going to have to be like, where the fuck is this money? Because if 15 turned into 16, and 16 turned to 17, 17 turned to 18, and 18 turns to 19,
Stacking.
where is this money? Where's the money? Do they think that we're not going to ask them where this money is? What happens when 19 turns to 20? Does somebody say, well, Seth said that 15 turned into 16 and 16? Where the money, Vegas? Where's the money, Nevada?
Well, I don't.
Ain't in Nye County. Ain't in Nye County on Patrol Live. Ain't in Nye County.
Yeah, I don't know because
Ain't there.
it can't be there.
No, it ain't there.
And also,
Where the money? Sorry,
but it's
I know
also
we've asked
interesting
this.
because you're
Where the
not.
money?
But it's not an industry.
In the terms
In the set,
of,
well, it's an industry, but it's not. Well, it's not a sports team or lumber or something that you would have to dump. I mean, you obviously have to dump a phenomenal amount of operating costs back in,
I'm
but
not saying
not,
you don't.
but not to the extent that you do have to something
But
that
do
is
ya?
because there's
These
no
have buffets. They don't even have
there's
those
no
anymore.
product. There's no end product. The end product is
Jonathan,
you.
they
They
don't-
give you more money than you put
They
back.
used to have to spend like $1 billion on ashtrays and buffets, and they don't have to do either anymore. So where the fuck's the money? Because I know you spent it on ashtrays and shitty food, and now you don't
until
do either.
79, and then
Yeah.
and then what?
And then what? Oh, our ashtray budget. Roma, if you knew the amount of money we spent on fucking ashtrays up in here, you would understand.
At least $1 billion.
Oh, it's $1 billion a month on ashtrays.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. Give me some.
Harper's Index
Okay.
percentage in which there has been a change this year in American adults who say that they are quote unquote thriving.
thriving? Wow.
That is down 14%.
That's it?
Uh,
Thriving sounds like, I don't
but
know if I've ever thrived.
people who say that they are suffering,
Okay.
American adults, is up 100%.
Okay,
So
that's
I
not
would
a
say
good
that
balance.
thriving was already, I would say people saying that maybe was already down already quite a bit. So the 14
honestly.
is just like the last clingers of thriving.
Okay.
Everyone else had already stopped thriving. And that
But
14 were like people who were just in abject denial.
Okay.
And now that those ones are like, all right, enough's enough.
But the ones those 14%, are they thriving?
No, this isn't about whether they are or
Or
not.
not.
This
It's
is their
just what they're-
impression
of-
their perception
I
of
get it.
what is happening.
Okay.
And also thriving. I mean, that word.
Right. It's like,
I mean, but thriving could mean I just drank a bottle of water and I had a power bar. I mean, at that point that right after you finish those two things, I mean, you're thriving.
I went
as an
I
animal.
went 19 days without coffee.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about
I
that.
went 19 days without coffee. And then I had a coffee just here because I got my Mocha Master? Is that what I put in my Bosch cup. And I had just a couple of mugs of coffee, and well, let's just say they worked.
In a way that they
In a way that
wouldn't
they-
have maybe
In
eight.
a way that they hadn't
maybe-
since the last time I stopped for maybe 10 days, which was many, many, many years ago. So, wasn't worth it because you only get that one, only that one moment in time. as she's
just the
saying.
one?
No, they were fine, but
Better.
that
than they
one,
were.
that one was
A good one.
I was really like
Good hit.
I wanted to take a meeting and like talk about it. I was like,
I want to
oh,
shake.
I
I
wanna
want to
shake-
shake things
I
out.
want to shake things up, crack some heads. I walked into like UTA and I kicked the front door down and was like,
I'm back.
"Originator,
I'm back.
Maverick,
Maverick's back.
Maverick's back."
Top Gun Maverick is in the building.
I saw
Top Pod Maverick.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Marin called me the Podfather.
Remember? Security.
Security.
Estimated age. This is also Harper's Index. The estimated age in which American adults are unhappiest.
I guess this works in the who's thriving, who's suffering, what age, what is the when you're what?
You're unhappiest.
The age at which you are the unhappiest. It's in your 40s.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
Can they just say
Your 40s.
40 to 49 or they
48.
48? Yep. Yep.
I call bullshit on that.
I
but
like that. You say 31. You've always said that's what your 31 tattoo that I didn't know here.
You'll be happier at 48 than
You will be. Than you were at.
No, I might not be. Wait, you're 48 this year, or you are 48?
Baby, my next birthday is like.
The big. Oh, you're out of 48. But could you really say, looking back on it, that was your least happy year?
No.
It's a lie.
I was thriving at 48.
Almost. I mean, no one can be thriving so long as so much of this world is suffering.
Thriving at 48, suffering at 49, until I had that coffee. For
Then-
19 days, I was suffering. Then I had a glow up. Just 2 mugs.
One day, 2 mug glow up.
I had a 2
2
mug
hour.
Bosch glow up. Kicked the door down at UTA.
Now I'm back down.
Escorted out. I
Crashed.
think it was Skechers. Taken out of the building. Yeah, I think that
I
think this is going to be a great year for you. I think 46, 47, 48 are
Well,
going to be
thank
great
you.
years.
I think I would hope that I guess that maybe I've saved a little for that because I procrastinated and wasted so much time as a younger person that I maybe will get to reap the benefits
Oh, yeah,
of or the joys of accomplishment or accomplishing certain things, I hope, that other people probably got to appreciate much earlier on in their lives. But I'll be able to appreciate them all that much more because they came to me a bit later.
Yeah. Like, get his dick! Like, you know, like things you haven't done, like axe throwing, like all the
Competitively.
competitive axe throwing.
An elementary school in St. Louis, shout out, was found to have unacceptable levels of radioactive contamination stemming from waste dating back to the creation of the first atomic bomb in the 1940s.
Oh, well, wait a minute. It's not.
And residents, I'm so sorry, I've been trying to
1940s.
push
that's a
this
long
camera back and forth when I'm moving, and my attempt to do so has also probably left me zoomed in too far a couple of times.
UID.
Zoomed in too far a couple of times. Residents fear it may be linked to various cases of illness, disease, and deaths in the area. According to an independent report from the Boston Chemical Data Corporation, unacceptable, quote-unquote, radioactive levels were found throughout the Jana School in Florissant, Missouri. The Jana School, like many homes, institutions, and businesses in the area, borders Coldwater Creek. This waterway has been contaminated by leaking radioactive waste from disposal that began shortly after World War II and is not yet cleaned up.
Can I kayak Coldwater Creek?
You might as
My
well.
Next, might as well.
That's all you should do.
I should do, and that's to bring awareness to our wetlands, to our navigable waters.
You could have a kayak fully sponsored by like.
I could get Jackson Kayaks to sponsor me plunging in to a radioactive river to bring awareness. Me and Greta. Roma and Greta Thunberg present married like in a double kayak. Jackson.
Tandem.
Jackson's doing a custom-made
tandem kayak.
She's right in front of me, like.
So she's straddling you,
I ride.
facing you.
I can't say that word. I ride, what they would say.
You can't say.
It's a term that they used to say if you were riding on a motorcycle in the back. I'm riding, and we don't talk that way.
What? I can't say straddling?
No, if you're behind somebody on a motorcycle, you're riding.
Is that bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought so, right?
Oh, yeah, that's bitch, right?
No.
Oh, yeah. I think Zeus just says you're the hyena.
Okay.
But I don't know if
you can
that's
say that. That's the hyena line from Jackson.
You're the hyena.
From Ian Greta Thunberg.
So
I'm going to... So, wait a minute. So, people have been in that...
I thought it was that you guys, the tandem kayak was that so you guys could face one another and discuss the issues.
Discuss the issues of our day, like navigable waters.
So you only kayak in urban nuke rivers.
I kayak only in urban
or
waters
suburban
that I
nuke rivers
that I want
to
bring
attention to.
I want the EPA to come down with a film crew and get me on socials.
Dipping your head accidentally.
Getting it in like
into a rapid.
Yeah. Where'd that ear itch come from? Maybe
right
it was,
after that?
Maybe when you fell into... Maybe when you were avoiding the gas grill to the right.
And instead took a mouthful of...
I'm going to go first. Gas grill's on the right. Shopping cart on the left. You made your kayak experience much more difficult, I think, than...
those types of urban obstacles.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Many tube socks. Just like, there's so many tube socks right there. And what do you think was in them? This was a bad idea.
It was your idea.
Cut to me and Greta. Just fucking
cleaning it up.
Awareness. Cleaning it up.
I think this is a good idea and a good use of your time.
We have
the waterways. You exploring the
as we were doing the show,
radioactive waterways.
We were supposed to check the Powerball, which was 1.2 billion. I like to, I'll buy a Powerball. I'd love to buy a ticket when it gets rowdy because I love to be in the mix. You know?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to win. So yesterday was Jean's birthday that lives on Hobart above me. She's 90. So I was going to go by and I brought her a sixer of that Coors Light, first of all, so she could hit that.
How she rolls.
Just bring her some stuff. And I'm
Banquet?
like, I'm like getting stuff. And I'll be like, let me, no, not the banquet. I got that. Come on. 90. So I'm like, I'll get her
cheap. So it works out.
You know how much a 6-pack of Coors Light is?
It would have been like $10.
It was $9.99 and it came to $11.32. I was like, you've been sober a long time, dog.
Yeah, that's
$11.32 for a 6-pack.
It used to be like Arizona iced teas. They were
they were always like
$1.
So I'm like, I'll get her. I'm like, oh shit, get her a Powerball. It'd be funny. So I go to the machine. I put in $2. I'll get one. I already feel, I feel even crazy about that because I'm just giving away $2. It's so it's fun. It's 1.2. Go get hers, and I'm leaving, and I'm like, fuck. What if that ticket? Put mine in my pocket, and I put hers in the. Like, what if that ticket is the winner? That's why I could never give somebody a large ticket. I can't give you. So I'm like, you know what? There's been a couple times that you've bought 2. So take that one out of the bag, put that in your pocket. That's 2, and then get a third, and then that never would have been yours. It would have been the next person that came behind you. But
Okay, I'm with you.
I have gotten
It's
2 before
psycho,
a couple times.
Totally psycho, but I'm
Okay.
totally following.
There have been a couple times I have bought 2 and been like, I cannot believe you're throwing away $4. You're fucking insane. Well, I have been 2. You know what would make sense? That third one, make that yours too, because you've never ever bought in 3, and now there's just no. But if you got 3, why not just be? I think it's called double safe on 3 and get 4 and have the 4th ticket, because that would have been 2 people after you. Get 4, and then I was calm enough to get a 5th and put that in the bag for her, because I was like, you've never bought more than 2. 3's kind of close to 2. Get 4 just to be. The only way you'll sleep tonight is if you buy 4, because that 5th never would have been yours. But then I had to write the number down. She doesn't have the internet or does, nothing. So I just have the numbers. I have her numbers here.
The ones that are going to
The
win.
ones that are going to win. And then I'm like, do I just check after we do the shows? Do we drive over the apartment, just kick her fucking door down and get the ticket?
Well, I mean, yeah, we probably have to.
What do we do?
Well,
mean-
no. We have to go over there for another reason, and you have to swap her with one of yours.
Another 6-pack. You should probably finish that.
You'd be like, "Did I give you
Did
2
you finish that 6er
already?"
You ever have a Coors Banquet?
And then we'll be like, "Oh, let's check your ticket." And then when
And
she
then
gives you the
take one of
ticket,
my 4
take your
losers.
losers and give it to her, and we'll
'Cause
check.
that's what I do. I
and you
never buy a ticket where there's more than one on it. I always do it individually. So there's no shenanigans with
Oh,
coworkers.
so you don't get like 4 quick picks on
Dog,
one.
I stand there and I get individual tickets. I'm not going to have a loser and a winner on the same ticket and deal with
So-
that, Mr. Goss.
So
we go over there, bring another 6er,
kick the door in.
kick the door down first and foremost.
Give her a beat down. Where's Nancy?
And then take one of these 4 fucking losers, these actual fucking losers,
Swap around.
swap it out and be like, hey, man, I want to bring another 6er. Sorry you didn't
You want
win.
to? Should we check live on the air here?
No, because we didn't win.
What?
We didn't win.
What?
Because
'cause
it's like,
You know you didn't.
I just know I gave money away and feel terrible
But
about
what
it.
about hers? That's the only one I care about.
This, you mean
It's
this
the one
ticket?
that's going to
This
teach
one
you
that's
how dumb.
how to not be.
how dumb your
that
logic
no
is.
good deed goes unpunished.
No.
But the way I look at it
It's
is
not
that
a good deed what you did.
it was a lovely gesture to let her be a part of the
Sure,
fun.
that gesture's fine. But the gesture in and of itself is fine.
Thank you, dear friend of mine.
However, the way in which you needed to justify it with the universe
Yeah.
is one of the most nonsensical things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because it goes,
What if one of these 3 tickets was a winner, though? Would that be nonsensical?
well, then you could go down knowing single-handedly that you basically deprived that woman of winning a lottery.
Well, what if
You
it was,
went out of your
what if it
way
was my 3rd
to
or
make
4th?
sure.
It wouldn't have been hers. It would have been somebody
See?
that came after me.
So, but where does that, for you, the fact that that fractal
yeah,
ends at the 3rd one,
yeah.
so that the 5th one.
Yeah, I have 4. She had the 5th.
The idea that the 5th is somehow any less connected to you and that 4th and that 3rd and that 2nd.
well, each
it's
ticket is fractally further away from me having to
No,
lose
because
sleep.
the way the fractal is that everything repeats. So you're just equally as close to it each time. You don't get any further away.
You get closer
No.
to $1.2 billion.
No. it's
further away from $0.
But also,
You know how lottery works, right?
it is less of a gift to Jean, whether she knows it or not.
Well, she's going to listen, so she's going to know.
It's less of a gift because of what you needed to do to yourself in order to get
But
to
if
a
she
point.
doesn't know, is it less of a gift?
Yes.
Okay. What if she wins?
No, at
Am
the
I
point that she
forgiven?
wins, it's
Am I
more.
fractally
You're not forgiven, but it's more of a gift.
It's okay. I'll take the $600 million and forgive you.
No, not forgiven.
Forgive you.
It's
Forget.
forgotten.
I will never forgive at 90.
The less at this. I'm just wondering, where is it?
I felt okay when I left.
Okay, but would you really have not felt okay had you not done that?
Yeah, I was there at the machine for a while. It took me. I just got out at 4 and felt okay, which made me crazy. I wish I could have gone out.
But then what about
away $6?
And then what about those? What about those two that you throw in the middle in order to space hers and yours?
Yeah,
those two. You don't see the fact that one becomes your first one every time you do it. You don't see it that way. That you can't distance yourself from it because every time you make the decision to give yourself one, hers is only one behind yours. If anything, you've increased your odds microscopically.
but times 4.
But what those other ones, could you have just burned those and never known and been okay with just having yours and hers? And then
What am I burning? I'm burning my lottery tickets before the...
No, you get yours.
Okay.
Then you had to buy 3 in order to buy hers.
Yeah.
So the 3 in between yours and hers.
Yeah.
What if you took those and burned them before ever knowing the results? So all you have truly in the universe is you have created yours, hers, and the space in between, and that you're willing to sacrifice the possibility of those other ones.
The whole point of the lottery, let me explain to you this. So
is to make...
I took these 3, 2, 3, and 4, and burned them to the universe for Ram Dass.
No, for
me.
For you.
For me. And then...
For yourself.
And then, as I'm not losing my mind explaining this to you, tomorrow on Good Morning America, they say the winning lottery ticket, one was sold at a supermarket in Los Angeles on Melrose and Vine. And then I say, I burned that!
No, you burned 2. You have yours, you have hers.
I burned 3.
But in order to achieve...
Actualization of nirvana?
No, of the thing that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
You're saying that you're trying to get to a feeling.
Yes.
And that feeling is that...
winning the lottery.
No.
Okay.
The feeling is that you wouldn't feel okay about just giving her the lottery ticket right after yours because that one could be the winning one.
It is the winner to me, yes.
It is the winner to you.
Yes.
But you haven't done anything. You have done nothing by doing what you've done to make that any less true.
Well, I mean, I just don't know much, but mathematically that has to be wrong. Because if you bought 1 ticket, your chance of winning would be less than if you bought 100,000 tickets.
The whole point of this was not to create a better chance of you winning. If that was the case, fuck Gene. Go there and spend 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is not being able to live with yourself when Gene wins because you could have just gotten that one. What I'm saying is that by buying those ones in between...
By burning them, you mean?
No, I'm saying only by burning them could you have actually achieved it.
I've actually messed them up. I don't know which 2, 3, or 4 is now, so now I'm really...
Good.
I'm just going to eat them. I'm going to eat them all right here on camera.
You should. You should tell me the numbers, though, so that I can tell you if any of them...
I'll just tell you the Powerball numbers if they won. And then on Good Morning America the next day, when it's me, we found out who did it. It's this guy standing at the machine for 10 minutes.
So this is
with
why, this is the real reason that you can't gamble. This is the real reason that you can't stand to give money away. Because you actually don't understand where or how to stop doing that once you start. If you could justify in your mind a wagerable risk that you would be willing to risk to gamble in order to win, and that didn't work, you would be catastrophically fucked. You would be one of those psycho crazy people that would be stealing money from loved ones to try to go make things right at the casino.
Get that high, dog.
It's not the high.
Oh, okay.
It's just the justification. You know it's intellectually, you know what you're doing is wrong, and it doesn't make any sense.
Throw away fucking $8.
And it doesn't make any sense, and yet you can't stop yourself from doing it. And in that, you even spent money, which is extremely difficult for you to do, in order to feel better, and what you did didn't fix anything about it.
No.
But you've tricked yourself into thinking that it's better.
Gene lost.
Wait, did you throw them away?
No, I've thrown them into tiny balls. I'm so mad. Because this is me trying to play God.
Give me those.
I could never.
Give me those.
Never.
Trust me. Trust me.
I didn't write the numbers down.
Trust me. I'm not doing anything with these. But the fact that you even... I want to fuck these up so bad.
You want to burn them, don't you?
I want to put them in that coffee.
I would be mad.
You would be, right? Yeah. For how long?
Forever. Just like Gene. I forget.
It's called Gene.
Never forget.
Never forget you, Seth. Thank you for the money.
But...
And I'm going to forget what happened. But I will never forgive you for buying those in-betweeners.
We would be like...
Those in-betweeny tickets.
If I got that $600 million, me and you would have the best. We would have so much fun.
I think the thing to do with Gene is you just buy as many for yourself as you want, and you make a promise to yourself beforehand, if I win this, I'm going to split it with Gene. And then you deal with it then. Because then you know how much you care about Gene. And once you got that winning...
I did it because all Gene, she just listens to NPR all day. She was so, like...
Of course.
Chuffed.
Of course.
It's all they've been talking about all day. And then she was, like, holding the ticket in her hand. And she was like, but I don't know, how come you didn't think that? Then I was just like, 8, 15, 17, 26, 38, 2. She was
You're like, you know it. You're gonna kick the door in.
Get there. She's already moved out.
Chucked her off the fucking
No, it's like, fuck you, Seth.
Fuck you.
Thanks for the beer, pussy.
Bring banquet next time.
Yeah, bring banquet, cuck, bitch. Empty apartment by like 2 a.m. tonight.
I wonder, okay, what about,
what
if she just wins like 30, 50 G's for like, what if she just gets like four numbers?
Oh, yeah, wins like 10 grand or something?
Yeah, you'd be fine.
I want 8. 8, I spent $8. I want 8,000. I want 1,000 for every buck I spent. Hey, if anybody
cares,
if it wins this Powerball tonight, or if it rolls over even more, you have to, for your fractal energy, you got to break us off. That's something fair. It's only fair.
Yeah, $5 every time the monthly fractal comes around the bend there. Would give you access to hundreds of our early episodes that we've been doing since 2006. It gives you discounts on merch when we drop stuff at the UhhYeahDude merch site, and also all the video episodes here we put up on there so that you can watch us in high definition, grapple with ourselves and our lives and our equipment. But
yeah,
it's means everything. We are advertising free, so it is really how we make our living, and it means everything to us. So thank you, and please don't stop doing it if you have, and if you've been listening for a while, do it
for real. That
please.
We did those shows. That was Tuesday the 11th of October. It's now Wednesday of November. So that is that 3 weeks to bear with us.
Yeah, but also
it's like what a great luxury. It was nice because like all these things were happening, and it's just like
you don't have to.
I felt like we'll get that back as soon as possible, and then we'll get back in these.
Yeah, but also like
thank you.
We are so lucky because we get to be able to do the kind of things like we can just break out and do something if we need to for our friends and our family, but like. we also take that
just
we
odd.
take that
We didn't-
luxury pretty seriously because
Of course,
we don't
but
take
didn't
much
know,
time
what are we
off.
supposed to do?
We don't take a lot of we
were gonna post about it was just
yeah,
it was all
but
too
like I
much
couldn't
to-
post about it. But like I'm just saying, we don't like to take more than a week, 2 weeks off tops. 3 weeks is a lot for us. In the 17 years that we've done this, I'm sure there's only maybe a handful
been
of
a
times
couple
that we've
times.
taken that much time off. So just you understand why, and we're here, and we'll keep doing it as much and as often as possible. But also, please do your part and support us in doing that. And come back, tell a friend. 952 is the next one, and we're on our way. Rounded that last hump.
Yeah, but really we're at 9:51, and hope everybody is like well and doing their best, and let's just keep moving ahead. We'll do. I think what we should do is, now that we're here with these chips, we have some energy. We should do 9:52.
Deal.
I've got some Reese's peanut butter cups and Kit Kats.
I
If
saw
you'd
that.
like
I've
some leftover Halloween
intentionally
candy.
not eaten any candy until in
Mid
between episodes
shows.
for a little boost, because I knew that if I had it before the first episode, I would be really excited in the beginning, and I
And
would
maybe
halfway
crash for
through
the
I would
sec-
crash.
Okay.
So
So let's get you.
We're gonna
let's get
some
levels
palm
checked.
oil. Get some palm oil up in me.
Got to get some.
Lube up my cogs.
Got to do a shot of palm
Um,
oil every morning. Everyone
And
knows that.
but yeah, tell a friend. Come back for
A lot of people
952.
on the apple cider vinegar, they'll do, but it's really about cottonseed oil and palm oil.
Those-
they say
those
it's
two.
bad,
But
but it's actually not.
they're wrong.
Have you been on Twitter? Because they told me on
It's
there
wrong.
lately that's what you do. It's half cottonseed, half saffron, third sunflower,
Corn syrup
high fructose corn syrup
all over the.
in a beaker, and if you do a couple shots of that, like
In
right
the-
before you go to bed, sleep like a baby
Yeah.
with an old electric blanket from the attic in the 70s. Plug it in. See what happens. Sleep tight. Come back for 9:52.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.